up. I know they recriminalized drugs out there, which I think is necessary. We can't just live in a society where we're writing up tickets for people mainlining heroin on the streets. It's not a functioning society. You have to have some kind of repercussions. Do the heroin at home. Have some decorum. Do the heroin in your bathtub with the lights off, with the door locked, while your grandma is knocking on the door asking if you've gotten into her medicine cabinet once again. Have some decorum. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heather Shaw is Kidding. It's me, Heather Shaw. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. I'm a busy bitch. Somebody told me on YouTube that I need to focus on the camera more, find my light and look right into their eyes. To which I say, no. I'm going to look around. I'll try to focus on the camera for you. Huh? I hope that didn't take it out of focus. If you're listening on Spotify, thank you for not complaining about me not looking directly into the dead soul of your eyes. I'm not calling you dead inside, but we know what's up. We all are a little dead inside these days, huh? I'm a busy bitch. I'm headed to Portland tomorrow. If you're in Portland, Eugene, Oregon, Seattle, come out. It's going to be a fun time. Tickets at heathershawcomedy.com. I'm moving to Louisville at the end of this week. That's going to be a lot. Lily is currently, as we speak, she is taking the bar exam. Law school students are insane. Shout out to any law school students that are currently in law school or are going into law school. Are you okay? God, law school students love to read, and not just about anything fun. They like to read about the most boring shit ever. Law. But shout out to anybody that's doing the bar. It is very impressive. Lily's been studying since May. Can you imagine reading every day for your day job? Like, I mean, she's treated it like she's had to read every day since May. Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, just studying. Are you kidding me? Girl, I'd have to jump off a building. I know she's doing well. I have so much, I have faith in her. She's so smart. She's just so smart. So it'll be fine. But law school students, you are a different breed. You are a different type of person. I could never do it. But hey, I don't think Lily could get up in front of a couple hundred people and talk about her vagina. So, we all have our little talents. Hers is just way cooler than mine. I love traveling, though. I can't wait to be out in Portland again. Portland, I've said, has seen better days, but I'm excited to check it out once again to see if things are looking up. I know they recriminalized drugs out there, which I think is necessary. We can't just live in a society where we're writing up tickets for people mainlining heroin on the streets. It's not a functioning society. You have to have some kind of repercussions. Do the heroin at home. Have some decorum. Do the heroin in your bathtub with the lights off, with the door locked, while your grandma is knocking on the door asking if you've gotten into her medicine cabinet once again. Have some decorum. You can't just be doing it in front of a Whole Foods. Come on. They're going to have to change that to nodding out foods. But yeah, they recriminalized drugs. Sorry, I almost choked. I think talking about heroin got me verklempt. They recriminalized drugs out there, so we'll see if there's a vibe change, a vibe shift. I did see a TikTok of a woman who was, she moved to Portland like 10 months ago from Chicago, and she just couldn't stand Portland. She said it was just too white. I mean, maybe that's true. She said it's just an echo chamber of white people that are like, pseudo-liberal, but also like can't name one black person as their friend. It's kind of like what you see in the suburbs of affluent areas sometimes. It's like they have the BLM sign in their lawn, but they don't know a single black person in real life. It's that kind of affliction. But I still like Portland. I think it's beautiful. I mean, I don't know if I'd want to live there, forever, but I like to drop in, talk about queefs and leave, as you should. I'm excited to check out Eugene. I don't know anything about Eugene. I do like Oregon. It's very pretty. They had the trail out there where you could die of dysentery. That's fun. Remember when we used to die of dysentery on the Oregon Trail? What happened to this country? We used to die of dysentery. All right. I think that's diarrhea. I don't really know what dysentery is. I just know that I lost every single game of Oregon Trail within the first 3 minutes of playing because of goddamn dysentery. I don't know was I eating the dysentery? I don't know. I have no idea. Omaha was fun. Des Moines were fun. Shout out to anybody that came out to the Omaha and Des Moines shows. Great crowds. Maybe fans of Crystal, if you catch my drift. But hey, a Crystal crowd is still a great crowd. You can't tell me any differently. They were really, really fun. I gotta say, I think I liked Des Moines a bit more than Omaha. Omaha is just an entire city of construction. At all times, no matter where you're driving, every block is a construction zone. It's kind of infuriating to drive in Omaha. I would be driving on a 2-lane road and it would just stop and turn into a 1-lane road because of construction. And there were no construction workers. And this is the middle of the day on like a Wednesday. What are we doing? I don't know what that city's about. I haven't figured it out. Why is Warren Buffett there? Des Moines was a bit cuter, a little bit cleaner than Omaha. Still, I liked both the cities, but I'm just telling you my opinion. Des Moines just seemed a little like more, okay, a little cutie. But both great crowds. Everybody that came out was really fun. I ordered, at the Des Moines show, there was a guy up front who, I don't know, I ordered him a shot of mayonnaise. And I didn't think the club was actually going to bring him a shot of mayonnaise, but they did. They brought him a shot of mayonnaise, and he refused to take the shot of mayonnaise. Come on, Des Moines. Isn't that what half of your blood is made up of? Mayonnaise? Crystal and mayonnaise. That is your state bird. I had a lot of fun. I'm hyped, I got to stay hyped because I got a lot going on. Did I steal some Crystal from the Midwest? Maybe. Football is back too. So if you are an NFL fan, you know that this has been a long time coming. If you have a partner, pray for them. Football is fucking back. This past Thursday was the last Thursday without football. And now we are so fucking back. First preseason game is this Thursday. I'll be in Eugene doing 2 shows, but I don't give a fuck. I'll watch that shit on my phone during the... No, I won't. I don't really like preseason games. So it's like the 7th string. But I'm still excited about football. Things are looking up. Fall's around the corner. God, thank God we're almost out of summer. I say this as it's July 30th when I'm recording this. But come on. One more month of hellish summer. If you like summer, I don't know if we can be friends. Fall has got to be the best season out there. Hands down. Is it just because I'm a white woman? Is that my thing? That I really like fall? Or is that just a universal experience? Please sound off in the comments below. Well, I stare at you dead in the eye. I hope that guy comments back. Thanks for looking at me more in this episode, Heather. Really appreciate it. Keep your chin up. Love you, lesbian Jim Carrey. I am going to, after the bar, because of Lily taking the bar and all the hard work she's done, I decided we're going to do a little fun trip. We're going to go out to Whidbey Island, I think it's called. That's where Practical Magic was filmed. It's out in Washington State, outside of Seattle, I believe. We're going to go stay out there for a couple days. I think it'll be really fun. Maybe more than a couple days, maybe like 3 or 4. But if you have any recommendations for Whidbey Island, let me know. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck you get there. I guess you can take a ferry, but I also feel like you can drive. So I got stuff to figure out with that. But we're going to go in the fall. It's going to be a beautiful trip. If you are familiar with Whidbey Island, if you know any good recommendations, any fun things to do, it's going to be past kayak season or canoeing season. Thank God. I don't canoe or kayak. I can't say those words. God. Every time I try to say canoe or kayak, I feel like I'm having a stroke. Kayak, kayak, kayak. I don't know. I'm excited for it, though. God, we're coming in hot with this episode, huh? All right, let's get into it. The Christians are upset with your big S over here. Big ol' S. The Christians are upset with me, and they're upset with everybody, as they always are. There's no group that's more upset, and it's got to be exhausting than a group of Christians. I mean, Christians wake up in the morning and go, how can I make this about me? How can I make this about my persecution? It's kind of hilarious. It's like a bully waking up every morning and being like, now how can I make this about me? I'm the victim. I'm going to go punch a minority and then say that I'm the victim. They're upset. They were originally upset about the opening of the Olympics, which is just like, how boring is your life? How exhausting to just be constantly upset over the most trivial shit. It's a global sporting event. No one is thinking about Christians. No one is thinking about any religion. It is a global sporting event. I guess the opening, the Christian people were upset because it, in their head, was a mockery of the Last Supper, which I've always said, the Last Supper, it just sounds like a death row meal. It's, they're, first of all, okay, they're upset, but that's not even the biggest issue here is that they're dead wrong. It's nothing to do with the Last Supper at all. It's a depiction of the Feast of Dionysus, I think it's called. Look, I'm not cultured enough to know what exactly it's a depiction of. But I know that it's not the Last Supper. I think it's the Festival of Dionysus, which is also the Feast of the Gods, which is a 17th century painting from Dutch artist Jan van Bilgelt, I don't fucking know, depicting the Greek gods of Olympus crowded around a long table. We're Christians. You can't use a long table to depict anything. That's our table. Our Lord was sitting in the middle and his little fucking followers were all around him, crouching over, breathing on his neck, trying to get a little kiss. That's our long table. You can't do that. It's just the Feast of the Gods. That's all it is. At the center of the table is the sun god Apollo, recognizable by a halo of light around his head. Now, this makes matters worse, and I don't think the Christians would have even gave a fuck. But you know who was depicting this Feast of the Gods? Drag queens. So, the ones that groom your children. First of all, have you ever met maybe you've never met a drag queen. Drag queens don't give a fuck about children. Drag queens are on ketamine and 3 hours of sleep, and they're tucking their dick into their asshole. Do you think they give a fuck about children? They're all like gay guys that would rather just drink and dance and sing along to Charlie XCX. They don't care about your kids, you weirdo. I gotta say, no one cares. Well, some people care about your kids, but they're like people in your own church. The guy leading the, what's that word called? Congregation? That guy cares about your kid. Do you catch my drift? The call is coming from inside of the church, Mary. They're upset for no reason. I mean, this is a very Christian thing to do. The oppressor becomes oppressed. It's the great Christian debacle. It's an exhausting existence to always be mad. And the funny thing is, they really love to make up scenarios or problems that aren't even there to begin with and then feel bad about them. I mean, this whole this Last Supper at the Olympics, it's so completely false. People have come out, the people who have came up with this idea for the opening of the Olympic ceremony came out and were like, oh no, this is not, what did this guy say? He goes, I think he was like, I would never try to insult Christian people. They're really just not on my mind. As most people are. Most people are not trying to insult you, Christians. You don't even pass our mind. I don't know. I'm trying to find the part where the guy was like, yeah, I just thought that this would be cool, and I'm not trying to mock any Christians. This is a I'm just trying to do this famous depiction thing. I can't find it here. I wish I could, because it would sound like I knew what I was talking about. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. The idea was to create a big pagan party in link with the god of Mount Olympus. The Last Supper was not my inspiration for the segment. It was not meant to be subversive or shock people or mock people. And that was Jolly, some guy named Jolly. Great last name. It was probably just Santa. Santa came up with the intro at the Olympics. I mean, if you're going to believe in God, you might as well believe in Santa. So Christian people love to create, and this is not all Christians. There are a lot of great Christians that just want to lead with love and worship their God and let people be. And shout out to those Christians. I should have said this up front. There are great Christians, just like in any other religion. But then there are the ones that get on TikTok and open up their Bible and pretend they're crying over their Bible and going, once again, Christians are made a mockery of at the Olympics. Once again. It's just like, who the fuck are you talking to? Again, this is a made-up issue. This is a made-up scenario. No, this is not about the Last Supper. The person who came up with this opening ceremony has explicitly stated, I didn't mean to mock or shock anybody. I wasn't even thinking about Christians. Sorry, I'm like just an artistic director, and I like the Festival of Dionysus and or Dionysus. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I have an American education. It's just very it's just like, just sit down. Don't be enraged. It's got to be an exhausting existence to just always find outrage in everything. You know, when an artist, is dressed like the devil, then it's, the devil is coming to take our children away. This satanic depiction in all art, all artists are devils and demons. It's like, okay, calm down. Then go to a straight hairstylist. Have fun with that, Karen. Go get your makeup done by a straight lady. Enjoy. Don't search your husband's phone. You won't like what you find. Calm down. You want to talk about demons? Your husband's fighting them. I don't know. And then I posted it to Instagram, and all the Bible thumpers found my post real quick. I mean, on TikTok, I posted the same video, kind of just saying, like, why do Christians want to be victims so bad? They really love, they have a victim kink. Some Christians, I'm not saying all, but the ones I've seen on TikTok, they have a victim kink. They want to be a victim so bad. And it's like, bro, you're the oppressor. You can't be the oppressed. You can't oppress people and then want to be oppressed. You pick a side, bitch. You want to be the oppressor, be the oppressor. You already think I'm going to hell because I'm gay. You also think hell's a real place. I mean, can we grow up? Can we grow up that there's a big sky god that you just follow? Okay, you know what? I'm not here to judge. You believe in what you believe in. I believe in what I believe in. Can't we all get along? But, I mean, you just make it kind of easy to make fun of you. Christians just want to be victims so bad. And it's just like, calm down. No one was even talking about you. Literally no one. We do not care. Go worship, girl. Go do what you got to do. But, leave us out of it. You know what I mean? But yeah, the amount of Bible thumpers on my Instagram post, it's concerning. It's concerning. I have to make these posts to weed out followers sometimes. I make one post making fun of Donald Trump. I think people got upset when I posted about Richard Simmons dying and saying that he was at the Trump rally and that's how he died. And now this post, I'm losing followers on Instagram over. Good. I do not miss you. I don't need Christian crazy followers. I don't. These kind of posts weed out the people that followed me because they like Jim Carrey and are baffled that I would not believe in God. I'm like, what part of me says that I love Jesus to you? Please tell me so I can change it. What part of being a vegan lesbian says that I worship Jesus? What? Or that I'm like, I would be a Trumper. Like that I'm a MAGA. I mean, I believe what you want with politics, but what part of me do you think screams, gays for Trump? Christian gays for Trump? I hope none. It's very shocking when people are like, I didn't expect this from you. It's like, you need better gaydar. You need some kind of dar. I don't know what you thought of me, but it was way wrong. The Christians are also upset over Deadpool. I mean, this is another thing. This is a whole other thing where it's like, you got to get a grip. Okay, so now there's a controversy with Deadpool. I saw on TikTok some moms some other people who are Christians, who are religious. I think it's mostly Christians that say that they had to walk out of Deadpool. First of all, they were going to Deadpool. And they thought they would not be offended. These people were going to see Deadpool. Did they think it's a Disney Pixar film? What? I mean, it might be. I don't know. But Deadpool is like the antithesis to Marvel, right? Isn't that the whole point of Deadpool? It's like a Spencer's retail wall come to life. I mean, isn't that kind of Deadpool's thing? It's like for the Rick and Morty fans. It's for people that kind of like hop around in the mall and go to Spencer's and then Hot Topic and then Auntie Anne's, you know, and like heckle old people. I don't know. Isn't that the Deadpool vibe? It's people that are watching Family Guy all the time. I love Family Guy, but, you know, I got to put in moderation. I don't want to start sounding like Peter Griffin. So it's weird that they were going there anyways to see Deadpool, because it's not a classic Marvel movie. It's an like anti-hero movie. Deadpool's, you know, kind of, he's not clean. Isn't he kind of like an asshole? Isn't he kind of like, I'm a snarky little fucking fucker. I'm a snarky little man. Ooh, I'm Ryan Reynolds. Ooh, I'm snarky. You know, it's like, what were we doing? But anyways, the Christians got upset because within like the first 20 minutes of the film, Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, says that he's Marvel Jesus. He says a line and he says basically like, I'm Marvel Jesus. And oh my God, no. How could Ryan Reynolds Deadpool say he is Jesus? That is my Lord and Savior. Not you too, Mr. Deadpool. Beyond the fact that this is a fictional movie made for maybe like tweens and teens and sad single men who have the masturbation hunch, beyond the fact that it's fictional and beyond the fact that it's just a little stupid superhero film, they're going to get their panties in the bunch over that line. It's like, girl, what were you expecting? What did you think Deadpool was about? What could you possibly think Deadpool was about? We just thought we were going to see a movie about man pouring concrete over a puddle. Now that's a Deadpool. I don't know. It seems like, you know, if you went to see Inside Out and Joy said, I am the fucking queen of Jesus, I might as well be Joy Jesus. Like, I'd get it. Okay. All right. Maybe I'd get it. You're going to see a Little Mermaid and, I don't know, she turns out to be black. Whoa. Offensive. Remember that controversy? I don't know. If you were going to see a kid's movie, if you were putting on, what's that show that kids watch, Miss Rachel? That creepy lady? I mean, she seems fine, I guess. I trust a woman doing children's programs more than I trust a man. Mr. Rogers is not safe with me. Sorry. Something's up with that man. I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But, if Miss Rachel got up there and was like, hi, every kid. Is that how they say it? How do they start off their film? How do they start off their shows? Hi, everybody. It's like if Dora was up there and was like, and did you know I am Mexican Jesus? Whoa! I would totally understand. I would understand the outrage. I'd be like, all right, I get it. Dora just called herself Mexican Jesus. That's crazy. That's unhinged. Also, it's Jesus. Get it right, Dora. Are you really Mexican? It's Mexican Jesus. But this is Deadpool. What are we doing? Isn't this an R-rated film? Let me look this up. I am my own producer. Deadpool. R rating. It's an R-rated film. You cannot go into an R-rated film as a Christian mother and be upset by anything you see on that screen. It's not a child's movie. It's, again, tween, teen, single men with masturbation hunches. That's just the posture when you're gaming so much, and in between gaming, you're masturbating. You never leave your room, and you just have that hunch. You're like jizzing in old socks, and then putting them on to go pick up the pizza that got delivered to your door, and it's kind of crunchy when you walk. That's the masturbation hunch. But Christians, man, you would have such a cooler life, a more fulfilling life, if you just let things go. Just worship your God. Understand that not everybody's on board, and that's okay. It's kind of like gay things. Not everyone's on board with us gays. Not a lot of people are on board with trans people for some reason. You know, you can understand. Just understand not everybody's going to be on board with your religion. Go enjoy your masses. What are they called? I don't know. Services? Pretend the priest isn't weird. I mean, maybe that's more Catholic churches. I don't really know religions that well. I'm proud about that fact. But just let it go. Get a grip and have some fun. Don't go see Deadpool, you dummy. You're going to hate it. I mean, it's like, you don't watch Rick and Morty, don't watch Family Guy, do not step foot in a Spencer's. You are going to vomit everywhere, Mary. Get a grip and have a fun life. That's what I say. Be religious all you want, but you gotta let go of some of this persecution complex. It's getting a little too much. Just enjoy the Olympics. There was some guy commenting in my Instagram. It was like, not to mention, I saw a guy's ball. In the opening ceremony, there was a guy standing next to a kid and his ball came out of his shorts. And I'm like, dude, you are just seeing what you want to see at this point. What the fuck are you talking about? If there was a testicle slip in the opening ceremony of the Olympics, I think we'd all be hearing about it. Okay? That's why we're all hearing the news cycle is just Christians are outraged once again. I think that guy was just hoping one of the swimmers' testicles popped out of the banana hammock. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I literally just responded, sir, you just want to see what you wish you could see. I think you're just seeing what you want to see. All right, let's get into some ad reads. It's one of my favorites. You know her. You love them. I almost said her, but a company can't be a gender. Lucy Brown. I love them so much. They're the best. They have coffee subscriptions. They are a Lexington, Kentucky small business here. Queer-owned coffee shop. Take that, Christians. It's really fucking great. The best coffee shop ever. The saddest thing about leaving Lexington, Kentucky is that I can't have Lucy Brown coffee just any day of the week. I can't just go by the store, the shop, and grab a nice quad Americano ice. Just the way they make it's perfect. I mean, the best coffee I've ever had. I'm serious. I'm not just saying this. I mean, I'm serious. Lucy Brown is the best coffee, especially their espresso. If you're in Lexington, you got to stop by their shop. You won't be disappointed. But I'm not too sad because I do know that they offer coffee subscriptions. And I do have a coffee subscription with Lucy Brown. So I know I'm covered. Every month, Lucy Brown ships me a bag of their new and exciting, fresh coffee from a different roaster I've never fucking heard of before. Because if you're going into a grocery store, I always say it, you're seeing just like the most basic coffee offered. If you're just walking into a Kroger or like an Aldi's or I don't know where the fuck you shop, a Walmart Supercenter, you're going to get like Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, Peet's Coffee, all this mass-produced bullshit coffee. It's fine. It gets the job done, kind of. But like, you don't get to really experience delicious coffee. Sorry, I almost diarrheaed out of my mouth. I was thinking about Starbucks coffee. It's gross. You don't get to experience like really fresh, good fucking coffee because it's not offered to you. You got to go search it out. Well, Lucy Brown takes care of that for you with their coffee subscriptions. Every month, you pay a coffee subscription. Every month, they send you a bag from a new and different and exciting roaster sent straight to your door. Saves you a lot of time, energy on finding some more delicious coffee to lighten up your life, to boost it up. I absolutely recommend getting this coffee subscription. It's so fucking worth it. For as little as $20 a month, are you kidding me? All you got to do is simply fill out the form on their website, and you'll get that coffee sent straight to your door. Again, just starting at $20 a month. It's such a good fucking deal. The coffee's so good. If you're a coffee head like me because you're sober and this is all you have left in life, you're clinging to it, then, buddy, you're going to love this subscription service. You can visit LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI, browncoffee.com. Follow the coffee subscription button to get signed up today. And, plus, bonus, also, también. If you use the code Heather Shaw is kidding, you'll get 10% off your first order. So sign up for that coffee subscription. Change your life. You're going to love it. We love you, Lucy Brown, and we will miss you. I mean, they're not going anywhere, but, you know, I'm going somewhere. I love you, Lucy Brown. Thank you for sponsoring the show. If you'd like to sponsor the show, email me at heathershawcomedy@gmail.com or just send all your hate messages there. How dare you make fun of Christians, you dumb cunt. Just send them there. All right, there was a little bit of a controversy on TikTok this past week with a creator named Moschino Dorito. White dude, I think he's in Brooklyn. He's getting roasted on TikTok a bit. I used to follow him, but he's just a little too smug. A little too smug for me, so I didn't... He used to have a lot better content. It was a little funnier. There was always an undertone of smugness. But that's what you get when you're a rich white kid who lives in Brooklyn. Like, it's hard to escape the smugness. But he was a little over the top with his most recent videos. He came out right after Sonia Massey was murdered in cold blood in her home. And then shamed Democrats for wanting to vote for Kamala because Kamala is a cop. How could you vote for a cop, you dumb fuck, when a cop just murdered a black woman? Aren't you a fucking idiot? I'm a white dude from Brooklyn. I think I know what I'm talking about. I'm over the whole Kamala is a cop rhetoric. She was a prosecutor, yes. She did lock up about 45 people of color for marijuana offenses. It wasn't this like 1,000 or 2,000 amount of people. Beyond that, what the fuck else would you like us to do, buddy? What's your beautiful solution for this shithole problem we're facing? Because the other option is Trump. With Project 2025, who I just was reading an article that they would like, Project 2025 would like to remove all chemotherapy treatment for women in the future. Isn't that fun? What the fuck else do you want us to do? I understand. The choices could be better, maybe. If you're not for Kamala, she's a fucking cop. How could you vote for a cop when a cop just killed a black woman? It's like, dude, I'm over the white guys, especially the white guys, but blanket statement, I'm over white people who take a stance of fuck the system. The system fucking doesn't work. Voting is stupid. Why would you vote? Vote third party. None of this fucking matters. I'm over that stance. Because there are people of color, there are minorities, where this election truly means life or death. So, you know what? I'm a bit disillusioned by the political system in America. Absolutely. I don't trust politicians. You know, Kamala seems great, but I don't trust her. She's a politician. I've always said this. I don't trust politicians. But when it comes to protecting the rights of people of people of color and minorities, my life probably won't be affected that much. I mean, Project 2025 really wants to come after women if that even gets off the ground. And I am, did you know this, a woman. But things like, women's reproductive rights, people of color, women minorities. I mean, these are the things that we have to stand up for and protect. And that means voting Kamala. I'm sorry. And that's just what it comes down to. So the privilege of being a white kid who went to a private school, who lives in Brooklyn, who has a massive following online and streams him playing video games all day. The irony of him being like, yeah, I'm not going to fucking vote for anybody. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't fucking matter if you don't vote. It doesn't directly affect you. But you can't get your head out of your ass to see that there are people that are not in your same position, that do not have your privilege, that will benefit greatly from a Kamala Harris presidency over a Donald Trump presidency. You have to see that. I'm so over this rhetoric of like, whatever, fuck the system. Yeah, you're a white person with privilege. Nothing's going to affect you. As a gay woman, I gotta say, I feel like straight women have more at stake now. That Kamala needs to be in office to protect straight women because, while I could get pregnant, I'm not saying I could never risk needing an abortion, but women who sleep with men are at much greater risk of needing an abortion if they want that abortion than I will. It's very important that if you're a woman that likes having freedom, if you're a person of color, if you're a minority, to stand up for these people and protect everyone. Vote for Kamala. I mean, Or just don't vote at all. It is your choice. I mean, hey, it's your choice. You just look like a fucking asshole. You look like really dumb. And people were calling him out for that. And black people especially, were mad that he was using the death of Sonia Massey as a way to be like, you're fucking dumb. Why would you vote for a cop? Look what they just did to a black woman. Her. And they came after Moschino Dorito, or whatever his name is. His real name is Connor. And do you know what Connor did instead of kind of listening to black people who are directly affected from the violence of cops? And by the way, Trump said he would like to bring full immunity to cops so that they can get back to, quote, doing their jobs. Okay. So instead of listening to these people that were upset, black people that were upset at what he posted, instead of listening to them and maybe making a video going, I didn't really think this full out. I'm just a contrarian white dude in Brooklyn, and I just wanted to be like, how could you vote for a cop when, Kamala's a con? Just stupid rhetoric I see on Reddit all the time. Yeah, because I live on Twitch. Instead of apologizing for that, you know what he did? He then proceeded to upload 2 videos recommending books to black people about their own history. And he proceeded to say, yeah, these books, first of all, the books, they looked very newly bought. There wasn't a crack in that spine, glossy front page. When you're reading a book, after a while it gets like that, the front cover flap kind of goes back and, it's a little used. You'd think you'd have a little used book on your hands if you were reading something so much. Black Theory, if you're so into Black Theory, Mr. Dorito. To turn around and post videos going, if you really want to learn about black issues, you should read these books written about black people. This is all black theory that you black people should know about. I know about it. I mean, he is living in some weird, fucked up echo chamber. It just wasn't a good look. It was off-putting. I had to unfollow him after that because I was like, this can't be real. This is the most absurd response to people genuinely hurt by what you said. It's a weird response. I don't know where he goes from here. I don't think he's posted in a while, but I'm just over that whole rhetoric, especially from white men, but really white women too. It's like I posted a thing about how Kamala was using Beyonce's Freedom song in her campaign, and I was like, oh shit, the Republican Party might be cooked now. Once you get Beyonce on your side, girl, call it a night. You got Mother Goddess. Goddess Beyonce has backed you and said, here, bitch, use my song. Woo, you better worry. No wonder Trump doesn't want to debate Kamala. But I posted that, and somebody responded, a white woman responded, Kamala is still bad. A cab. And I didn't respond to that person because I don't give a fuck. I don't care what you think. Look, we're all just getting through the day with our opinions, whether they're right or wrong or whatever. I'm sure you think I'm wrong, but what do you want us to do? Also, I'm not team all cops are bastards or whatever that is. I'm just not. I think there are good cops. I really do. I do think there are good cops. I think that the shitty, awful, fucking terrible cops outweigh them and weigh them down. But I'm not somebody that's going to sit here and be like, no police are needed in life. It's like, please, we need something. But, we need to regulate these police forces and train them. And maybe if you bumped up the pay for police officers, you wouldn't have people that are absolutely shitty at their job and scared about a woman holding a boiling pot of water, if it was even boiling, and shooting her dead in her own home. Maybe you wouldn't have to hire the lowest of human beings if you just paid them a little bit better. I don't know, just a thought. But yeah, I'm just over this whole like, ACAB. I'm not voting for Kamala because ACAB. It's like, get a fucking grip. What do you want? You have to be realistic in this. You've got to live in reality. Okay? I understand, but sometimes we have to just meet us where we're at, man. If you want to say ACAB and not vote, then okay. Hopefully Project 2025 does not manifest. Because if you get cancer, you probably won't be able to treat it with chemotherapy. Also, you'll have to definitely stay with your husband if you're married to a man. And if you're gay, I don't know what's going to happen to us. They'll probably just turn us into like Uber Eats drivers. I think they'll just make all the gay people Uber Eats drivers in Project 2025. And honestly, that's okay. I can deliver food. Please don't let me marry a man, though. What else is going on? Elon's daughter is coming out and roasting Elon, and that's fun for everybody. Let's see. I like that my last search was Leonardo da Vinci gay? He was. I mean, did you know that Leonardo da Vinci was, there's a court case in 1476 against Leonardo da Vinci for sodomy, and it was an anonymous complaint. Probably from the bottom he was fucking. I don't know. It's interesting. There's no, like, absolute Leonardo da Vinci was gay kind of rhetoric, but there's a lot of evidence. He loved to surround himself with young men. You know, he's like Andy Cohen, allegedly. Not Andy Cohen's fine. He's that's not what I meant. What is this? What is this article I'm trying to get to? Oh, here we go. Elon Musk's transgender daughter disowns him. Says he is desperate for attention, validation. Honey, I could have told you that one. Here's the deal. Vivian Jenna Wilson is Elon Musk's transgender daughter, biologically born a male, transitioned to a female, and she has publicly disowned her father following his recent statements. Now, Elon Musk alleged that his daughter, which I guess he would refer to as his son because he's entirely transphobic and insane, said his daughter was killed. It's got to be. I mean, I think this article is being polite and calling her daughter no matter what, but I think Musk said that his son was killed by a woke mind virus and accused those involved in her gender transition of child mutilation and sterilization. Musk claimed he was tricked into signing documents during the pandemic concerning his daughter, who he would refer to as one of his older... Yeah, he referred to his daughter as one of his older boys, you know, like any accepting father does. He described the gender reassignment surgery as harmful and inappropriate. However, Wilson, who is 20, has vehemently denied these claims, taking to social media to share her side of the story. And of course, she took to Threads. She was not on X for this one. I love that. I'm trying to see her full response because it's so funny. She says, "This is entirely fake. Like, literally none of this happened. I don't even know where he got this from. My best guess is that he went to the Milo how do you say this? Yiannopoulos? Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos School of Gay Stereotypes. Just picked to some at random and said, that's good enough, in a last-ditch attempt to garner sympathy points when he so obviously is in the wrong, even in his own fucking story." Because I think Elon was... Musk had posted that Wilson was born gay and slightly autistic, attributing these characteristics to her gender dysphoria. Yeah, she was born autistic and gay, and that's what made him a girl, and it's evil. He said, "I knew that from when she was about 4 years old, and he would pick out clothes for me to wear like a jacket and tell me it was fabulous, as well as his love of musicals and theater. But he was not a girl." If that doesn't tell you, you have either a gay boy or a trans woman on your hands saying, "That's fabulous, loves musicals and theaters." Wilson denied ever picking out jackets for Musk or using the term fabulous as a child. I mean, that does sound more like a gay boy, not a trans woman. I don't know. Could be either. "I was most certainly not calling them fabulous because literally what the fuck." I love Vivian. She's awesome. "I did not use the word fabulous when I was 4 because once again, I would like to reiterate, I was 4. Wilson also addressed Musk's absence during her childhood. This is the best part. "He doesn't know what I was like as a child because he quite simply wasn't there. And in the little time that he was, I was relentlessly harassed for my femininity and queerness." Sounds like a real good guy, this Elon Musk. "Obviously, he can't say that, so I've been reduced to a happy little stereotype, fagging along to use at his discretion. I think that says a lot about how he views queer people and children in general. I'm legally recognized as a woman in the state of California, and I don't concern myself with the opinions of those who are below me." Woo! She cooking. Obviously, Elon can't say the same because in a ketamine-fueled haze, he's desperate for attention and validation from an army of degenerate red-pilled incels and pick-me's who are quick to give it to him. This girl cleared him. Oh my God. Can you imagine clearing your father like that? Fuck yeah, Vivian. I love it. You know that Musk is just on ketamine nonstop, on X. He bought a fucking app for millions. How much did he buy that app for? Billions? That he lost a lot of money in, just so that he could hear people say, "We love you, Elon." Dude, he's so sad. He is like the opposite of a masculine man. He's so insecure. What was Grimes thinking? Was she thinking with her bank account? How much did Elon pay for Twitter? Was it millions or billions? $44 billion. And it's lost more than half of its advertising revenue since then. This guy sucks. He bought an app for $44 billion just so he could have his fucking fanboys suck his dick. Isn't that so sad? And then to disown your kid because you can't wrap your head around trans women or trans people. You can build a Tesla, but you can't understand transgender people. Like, that's crazy to me. You would think ketamine would help. Maybe he needs to switch to acid. If he got on acid, maybe he'd understand, whoa, my daughter is my daughter and she's a human being. I should probably stop lying about her to fit this weird woke virus rumors I have. I want to spread some woke virus rumors. Get a grip, dude. Dude, what has caused Elon Musk to be this way? It's so strange. He's doing the wrong drugs. Ketamine's not it. He needs an enlightening drug. God, can you imagine him on meth? Jesus Christ. All right, the last thing I want to talk about, shout out to Vivian. One more time. Shout out to Vivian. It's got to be a lot to have to, not only are you've transitioned, you're living in your truth, but your dad is a well-known giant dick. And you don't have your dad in your life, and he just sucks. Like, my parents are checked out, but they don't suck. You know, my parents are there for me. If I called them, they'd answer back in 3 days, but that counts as picking up for me. But they don't suck. You know, I'm not embarrassed. I'm not ashamed. It's got to really be very hard to have a parent that you just absolutely despise because they are the worst fucking thing that's ever happened to you. But without them, you wouldn't be here. So it's a weird fucking dichotomy in your head of like, who the fuck is this person? Shout out to Vivian. We love you so much. Please don't turn into an evil billionaire. All right, JD Vance, last thing I want to talk about. He's haunted again by his past remarks. He keeps calling childless people sociopaths. You remember when he called childless cat ladies, he just made fun of childless cat ladies, which is like, okay, way to come for like all of the lesbian community, you asshole. Childless cat ladies, you mean a pride parade? CNN just published an article explaining that Vance sat down for a November 2020 podcast during which he said people in our country's leadership class were more sociopathic than those with kids, which makes them people in our country's leadership class were more sociopathic than those with kids, which makes them less mentally stable, seemingly referring to women. God, this guy hates women. You know why he hates women? Because his mom chose drugs over him. That's the whole thing this comes down to. Ask Freud. Ask any therapist, any psychologist. This man hates women because his mother chose drugs over him. And he's taking it out on everybody else that's a woman. He has mommy issues that run deep, and he's not going to let that go until every woman has felt the wrath. I don't know how he got his wife. Maybe she's self-loathing? I don't know. His statements appear to get to the heart of how he truly feels about children. Loves children, this guy. Hates women. Not creepy at all. Vance got himself in hot water, yada yada. Yeah, he doesn't like childless women. And you know what? I get it, JD. Giant dick, is that what that stands for? I get it, giant dick. I would hate childless women too if I had kids. I'm just gonna say it. Now look. Now lick. What am I, a weird Ellen Biden? Now lick here. I don't mean to offend anybody with children. I want to say that I support, if you're a parent, I 100% support you, and I feel for you. And I understand how hard it is. I don't understand, but I can kind of wrap my head around how hard it is. But I can't sit here and say I totally understand your struggles and what having children is like. That being said, dude, if I had children, I would fucking hate childless people. I totally get the hate. I would be seething with jealousy. The money, the silence, the freedom that childless people have. Oh, I would be burning their houses down. Hate criming left and right for the childless. I totally get it. It makes sense. I'm not equating parenthood to being a prisoner, but kind of. For 18 years, you're kind of a prisoner, and then some. It's like a prisoner hating a person with freedom. It makes sense. I would totally understand if some prisoner was like, I fucking hate you because you have freedom every day. I'd be like, I totally get it. And good luck. It's like an amputee hating you for having all of your limbs. Totally get it. Makes sense. Yeah, I can jump. Can you? Life is just better without children. I understand that I will never understand what it likes to have children. Thank God, and God willing, and God's not real. But it's just on paper and in real life, it's just a little bit better. Now, I don't care about the argument of like, but Heather, who will take care of you when you're old? Well, if you're having children so that you can have palliative care at the end of your life, you fucking suck. You're weird. Some people are just born like with a good instinct, a motherly, a fatherly, a parental instinct, and that's fucking awesome for them, and more power to them. If you've always wanted kids, if you dreamt of having kids, I want you to have kids. We gotta fucking reproduce somehow. Please leave me the fuck out of it. I do not want kids. I won't even get to experience being a fun aunt because my siblings are gay. We're all just going to be floating around and then going extinct. If you hate me, this is great news for you. The Shaws are going extinct. But I get it. If I was JD Vance and my mom chose drugs over me, and I got to see what childless women are happy and free, and I can't punish them in any way because they want nothing to do with me, and they can't give me anything, and they don't want to give me anything. They don't want to provide children and labor to this world. I'd hate them too. I get it, giant dick Vance. And I mean that in like you're a giant dick, not that you have one. All right, that is the show this week. What a wild one. Hope you hung in there. Unlike JD. It's a dick joke that I don't think worked. It's fine. Upcoming shows. Again, I'm in Portland tonight. Tonight I'm in Portland. Come on out, Portland. Let's do this. Tonight I'm in Portland. Tomorrow I'm in Eugene, Oregon. Friday I'm doing 2 shows in Seattle. Later in August, I will be in Stamford, Connecticut at the New York Comedy Club, as well as Long Island in Levittown at Governor's. Out in September, I'm in Sacramento, San Fran, Bakersfield, Brea, San Jose. I feel like I'm missing some, but maybe not. And then Providence, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Beverly, Massachusetts, Foxborough, Massachusetts, Dallas, Texas. In October, I'm in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bentonville, Arkansas for the Big Diamond Comedy Festival. Kansas City, a show will be added soon. Tickets are not up on sale. But there are tickets for Salt Lake City and Las Vegas, as well as the others I listed. Go to heathershawcomedy.com for all show tickets. Excuse me. And also, if you want to support me as a comedian or you want an extra episode every week, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/Heather Shaw Comedy. Thank you so much for listening. I'm trying to make more eye contact for that one weirdo who stopped by and said, please look at me directly, little lesbian Jim Carrey. I love you. Have a great week. Stay gay. See ya.